Hey, Robin,
Jack,
Inwits. Last week we were like, why don't we drink all the time while we do this?
Yeah.
I realise now as we're shooting this in the morning,
We
don't do this,
right?
Yeah, it's like it's a bit too early to be having a drink.
That's right.
But it was fun.
It was, that's right. We should do maybe more night shoots.
More night shoots,
That's
yeah.
right.
We should try and
Get
organise
some
our
friends
schedules.
around and have a bit of a fun.
Who else loves Survivor?
That's
Apart
right.
from the 4 people that watch
That's
us.
right, I know.
Okay. Shall we get into it? You got notes to get... Is that all the notes you've got?
That's all the notes I have.
Why do you even bother with notes today?
Well, was it? Look, it was kind of a little bit of an episode, but not much. Simply, I think, because at the end of the day, there wasn't really much to vote about.
There wasn't.
Right? That's why I think it wasn't.
Yeah, interesting.
Right.
Okay. Well, where do you want to start with your
Well,
note?
I'm going to start with...
This might be a 10-minute episode with these notes.
I know. Kara they come back from the tribal. Kara tries to do the right thing. She tries to get herself back in with the tribe.
Yeah.
But it wasn't very successful, was it?
No, but it could be because then, they could throw any one of them under the bus.
Oh, exactly. That's right.
Kara's less of a strength to strategic value.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
maybe they could. So
they could get rid of Alex instead.
They could get rid of him easily.
But I think the problem for Kara is, of course, that she's next after Alex or before Alex.
Here's the thing I want to discuss slightly with, because we're in the 3 tribe situation, and it is very obvious of we go to our green tribe, Gabby is the lowest one on the totem pole.
Obviously.
However, and same situation in every tribe.
Yeah.
However, if they can just win,
I know. Yeah.
Once they mix up again, the game changes. It's just when you have so few people, you have very limited room to move.
That's right. Exactly. Look, Kara's not in that dire situation, but she needs to work harder.
She does need to work harder.
What I'd like to contrast her with is Davey from last week. Davey worked hard and he got himself out from under. Yeah. So she needs to work a bit harder. But
and a simple way to work harder is not always. I think she's only got one strategy.
Be charming.
No, throw Nick under. Is it Nick? Who's she throwing under the bus? Who's the guy?
Oh, Alec.
Yeah. Throw Alec under the bus.
Yeah. Look, I'm really hoping here something's happened this season, which is really good. On both tribes, the one from this episode, the vote out.
Although
the Goliaths are willing to cross the lines. They're not voting tribal. They're playing much more individual game. I'm really hoping the Davids do the same. That now Carl's come back into the tribe. They don't just sit there and go, we're 3 Davids, now we get rid of those 2. I'm hoping it stays a bit more fluid than that.
Yeah.
Because that would be much more interesting.
Yeah.
I think over at...
that whole voting block style.
Exactly, just get the whole tribe out. The tribe doesn't matter.
Who brought the concept of voting blocks in a few seasons ago, where it is so fluid?
Yeah, exactly.
It's we're voting here tonight, but next week we're going here. There is no alliance.
Exactly.
There's just a couple of people aligning together.
I think that was Game Changers where Culpepper and that were in. It might be the season before that.
No, who was? I don't know.
Khan Run or whatever it was called. Khan Run with anyway. Dan
gets his second.
Yeah. And he didn't really have to struggle too hard to find it.
No, that was that was such a simple placement. It was just once all the attention is gone. It was so simple that we never saw anything about the idol once he got it. We never even saw him sitting there holding 2 idols up.
Yeah.
It became a non-event once he got his second idol.
You saw at the beginning when he was looking for the high, you saw Christian standing in the bushes behind him, right?
Yeah, and having a look.
But I don't think he followed him.
They would have showed that. They would have showed it if it was important.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I think...
John, Dan, and Christian, the Brochachos.
The Brochachos. What a great name.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
I love the Brochachos.
I do, so do I. I was thinking, that's awesome. The Brochachos.
That's really cool. Awesome. As much as I've paid out, what's his face, Absmathon, or whatever his name is, whatever I've called him. Yeah. I do like the Brochachos.
Mr. Slamtown.
Yeah, that was very funny.
The Brochachos were awesome. Somebody was going to be the head of, some other, something or other.
They had all that. But that, again...
But they are bonding really well.
That's exactly, and it's true, and Gabby doesn't fit in.
Yeah.
Is it because...
As soon as I heard the Brochachos, right, as soon as I heard Dan say Brochacho, if I was Dabby or Allison, right? Or I would have been like an alarm bell would have gone off.
You know
in my
what?
head.
That's Gabby's in, really, isn't it? To go, you know what? They're going to come for me, but why can't I get them to go for the other
Exactly.
Goliath?
Exactly. Get them to go for Allison.
Because it's not...
And she's got a Christian on the side.
It was made clear, I think, this tribal, last night's tribal, or maybe before tribal, when there was something mentioned, it was like, you don't know what the other tribe is thinking.
Exactly.
You're sitting here going, it's Goliath strong, we've got the numbers, but you don't know. They've already voted out
That's
one. You
right.
don't know what's going on within that 5 or that 5.
Exactly.
And that's Gabby's, she won't do it, but that's Gabby's way of manoeuvring. She's going to sit there and just hope she gets to the next part of the merge,
That's
like
right.
the next switch up or merge.
Yeah.
But that's her way in.
Absolutely. But I think these three are going to get broken up at merge because I think they've been too friendly.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, everybody's going to go John, Dan, two big, huge physical threats, and Christian.
But do you think Christian just slides through again?
No, not when he...
not for his performances in puzzles and stuff so far.
That's right. But I don't think he gets a slide simply because he's going to be the Brochachos. That mark's going to be on the Brochachos. When they make merge, it's going to be you three. We got to break you up.
Break you up, but they'll break up the physical side. They'll
Of
break
course.
up, and so Christian can just float on by again.
Now Dan's in a really interesting position because even though he doesn't know it, people do know he has the first idol.
Yeah,
right.
People know he's got an idol.
But this second idol actually gives him a bit of strategy because if he can figure it out, he can actually stand and lose an idol to an idol flush.
Yeah.
Right? And still play it the next time when they really go for him.
Now, it's my fear about this is having 2 idols. God, the power he has. That is the dream.
Well,
you can save yourself, but you can also...
Exactly. Save someone else. Or
but you can use an idol for a power move.
That's right.
And not feel threatened in the repercussions next time because you've still got an idol.
Right? So he's in a very fortunate position. It's very rare for people to get 2 idols.
And it happens, but how often? I mean,
and I haven't seen.
This is what James was voted out with 2 idols.
Ty played 2 idols. Yeah, ineffectively.
So like to play the 2 idols, I want to see them played really well. I'd hate to see him voted out with 2 idols. Because that's the thing. Like I said, he doesn't actually know. People know he's got an idol.
Exactly.
He's sitting there thinking he's clear.
That's right.
But people know.
That's right. So but still, look, kudos to him for picking up during the challenge.
Yeah, and
did it. He waited till his right moment and he picked it up.
Yeah, but also kudos to him to go. We're on a new island,
and
every beach has
an idol, right? And he's like, I'm going to go look for it, and he was right. Good on him. He's the only one that thought of that.
That we get to see.
Right. I don't know why Christian or Gabby didn't go look.
Well, Christian, I feel, didn't need to in the sense that he used his social skill to put him in that position of power.
It's interesting. He said, he was going to go on the charm offensive, and now the Brochachos have emerged.
Yeah.
So he's safe. He's safe for those
Whereas
guys.
someone like Gabby, who is struggling, yes, there were no tears this week for you across anyone.
That's right.
This is the first episode. What is this? Episode 6?
5.
5?
Yeah.
And we haven't had a single tear this episode.
Great.
That was the first one. But for someone in Gabby's position going, all right, well, I'm in trouble. Christian's still with me, but he's above me on the pecking order.
Absolutely.
So what can I do? Do I sit here and sulk and cry to Christian, or do I try and find an idol?
That's right. And, we've already seen John say, well, as far as I'm concerned, Gabby's the first cab off the rank. And, so she's not doing a lot to try and change that. So if you're not going to change it, you need a backup plan. And the backup plan's an idol. Right.
Unfortunately, or try and look at what's happening in other tribes and go, there is room to move.
Yeah.
I mean, the first one was a legitimate play on someone wanting to build their resume, wanting to actually play the game, because that's true. You're not going to sit there and go Goliath strong and have a really good shot of winning the game. Was it too early for him? Who knows? Yeah. Maybe not. On the other tribe, Nathalie, if she survived that, that was a no-brainer to get rid of her.
Well, kind of and kind of not, but we'll go into that in a moment, right? But I guess we can talk about it now.
Yeah, there wasn't much else. We had the reward, and they get the chickens. We didn't see anything about the people with the chickens. Otherwise, aside from we're gonna have Kentucky boiled chicken tonight.
Davey and Dave,
that's the only thing we saw. We never saw them do anything with the chickens with them at camp.
No.
And then we saw the egg debacle.
Well, It's just typical of Nathalie, isn't it? I say this and what I say goes.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that somebody there has actually done a course in, preparing food and knows about bacteria.
What I would have said is, in that case though, if I was her name? Larissa, yeah, whatever her name is, Larissa. If I was her, I would have said, great, we each get 2 eggs. They're 2 eggs each.
Yeah, no, that's what I would have said.
You cook both of yours.
Yeah, you cook.
I'm cooking one of mine. I'll cook one tomorrow.
Exactly what I would have said. I would have said, Nathalie, take 2 eggs, cook them both now and eat them when you want.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would have done.
Want with your eggs.
It's a weird childish argument that came out of nothing. Like, we should cook them all. I don't think we should cook them all. Yeah. You know what? You each get 2 eggs.
Exactly, right.
Do what you want with them.
That's right.
If you want to scramble them both right now, go. If you want to hard boil 2, have 1 for lunch, 1 for dinner, go. If you want to hard boil 1, and then hard boil the other. What's the big issue with that argument?
Right, exactly. So it was a bit weird, but it sort of showed, though, the dynamic of the camp. That once Nathalie says something, it becomes a thing. And
it also becomes that I don't want it to be that, and I'm going to fight for it to not be what Nathalie wants.
Exactly,
it to be.
That's what I mean. As soon
with another strong, But
what I mean is, until Nathalie opened her mouth, I don't think there was any issue around the eggs, right?
No.
But then Nathalie pipes up with, I want to cook them all. But that's what I mean. The way she says it, or the way she acts is like, we are going to cook them all. It's not, I have made the decision for you and all of you, right?
Yeah.
We are going to cook them all. And as soon as you do that, it's like, hang on, I don't want to cook them all. You know what I mean? She makes it, what I mean is Nathalie's way of doing things makes it a thing.
Yeah.
Right? She's not throwing out a suggestion, let's cook them all. Like Mike.
We've got to cook them all.
Mike might have said, what do you think about cooking them all? And then Lewis would have said, I don't think that's a good idea because,
we've got nowhere to store it once it's cooked.
And then Mike might go, well, I think I'll cook mine now.
Yeah, because I'm going to eat them both.
I'm going to eat them both, right? In which case, Lewis would go, okay, I'm going to cook one today and one tomorrow. It wouldn't have been an issue, right?
No.
But the way Nathalie does it is, we are going to cook them all now.
Yeah.
She makes it into something.
So, and I find it fascinating that someone like her has lasted 14 days.
Well, no, I don't, because she's only been to council twice.
3 times?
No, twice.
Is it? Only twice?
Only twice. She's been to council twice. First time Jeremy blew himself out of the water, right?
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that saved her was Jeremy. If Jeremy had shut up, she was gone.
Yeah,
right?
True.
And the very next time she goes to council, boom, gone.
And that's the thing. It's
right?
So wait, because I'm still struggling with the names, obviously.
Yeah, go.
So we had Mike. Who was the other Goliath? Because I want to say Nathalie as well, but what was
Angelina.
Angelina.
Yeah.
The whole jacket thing. Do you think with Angelina casting her vote not for Nathalie, do you think that is a strain? Do you think that's purely because she legitimately wanted Nathalie to stay for this numbers thing?
Yes.
Or you think she's trying to play this, because Jeff mentioned it, it looks like Angelina is trying to diffuse everything. She's playing. And if this makes no sense at this point in time, which is why I don't know why I'm bringing it up. But if it was, say, Nathalie's going to become a jury member, is she not voting for Nathalie to say, well, I didn't vote for you?
No. Look, this was purely a vote about numbers. As far as Angelina was concerned, this was like, we're going to vote out the Davids, because that's who. And did you see everything? Every time somebody brought up something about Nathalie in that tribal, right? Angelina was the one that tried to deflect it, right, from Nathalie. Like of course, the biggest lie, or the biggest, when Nick said she tried to bully me into giving her my jacket, right? And she was like, "Oh, I'm not a bully," right? And Angelina was like, "But she did it for me. That's my place of love."
Yes. I hear, but she's correct there, because that was Nathalie's way of trying to look after her.
No, it wasn't. Natalie was just being,
She was a bully about it. Agreed.
No. What I mean is Angelina gave her the idea.
Oh yeah. I was about to say,
because
it was an idea. It was like, oh yeah.
Because notice after Angelina said, like, Nathalie said, I want his jacket. She said she wanted his jacket.
Her jacket. She wanted the girl's jacket.
The girl's jacket, whatever it was. But that's why she said to Nick, give up your jacket, right? She just wanted to make sure that they were
below. She was trying to suppress.
What I mean is that it's actually, how do you say? It's really what her move was outside the game, I think, there, right?
Okay.
Because she was actually trying to make sure that how do you say it? Kicking someone while we're down.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I thought, like Nick saw as like, you're bullying me.
Yeah.
It's almost like, if I give you my jacket, I'm safe tonight. It's almost like making sure I know my position in the tribe.
Exactly.
I'm at the bottom.
Yeah.
And you have to take. Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's almost like making sure you're in the bottom and you
Know
have
your
to do
position.
anything I say.
Yeah. And she cracks the whip.
And she cracks the whip and he has to move, right?
Yeah.
And that's like turning somebody into a lackey or a slave, right?
Yeah.
I don't like that. I think that was a really, really poor, like, that's just a poor attitude on somebody's part. I just think it's poor gameplay because. Oh no, it's terrible
but
gameplay.
It's funny. What I find fascinating is her comment, and God, I wish I knew it exactly. But she quoted the quote she said was, "Yeah, I was trying to get the jacket or whatever because she said she's one of the main players of this game.
Main players, yeah. I was like,
I think she called herself one of the main players.
Yeah,
I'm like,
right.
oh my God.
Yeah. Well, look, before we finish
Do
up,
you know what's going on?
But look, you're right. It was terrible gameplay, right? You don't do that to anybody because those people you may need to work with down the track.
Yeah, but she never
right? Do not rub it in.
Even as soon as the merge
that's
happened
what she
last
was doing.
week.
You know, that's what I was trying to get at. Take my comments back from before. She was saying to Nick and Lewis that you're on the bottom, and I'm going to rub your nose in it.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure that you absolutely just wear that every
Because there's
every
nothing
moment.
you can do because we have the numbers.
And it's terrible gameplay. Terrible.
She had no idea about... I don't know if she's watched Survivor in my life.
I don't think she has. I think she thinks, oh, it's a power game. It's not a power game. It's outlast, outplay.
And she did none of them. Yeah, she legitimately had zero.
Zero. She didn't outwit anybody.
No.
She didn't outlast anybody. Oh, she did outlast some people, right?
Yeah.
But only by accident. And she didn't outplay.
Yeah,
Who she outplayed?
Yeah, the only reason, like you said, the only reason she stayed there is because someone was worse playing.
Exactly.
Played worse than she did, so that's why she...
That's right.
Yeah, it was... Oh, look.
I think Angelina was just desperate to keep the Goliath strong.
But why? Why is she desperate for that?
Because Angelina... This is the other episode. The other situation... This is a situation Angelina's making where she is at the moment, right? Because have a look at what Angelina's done since she got to the tribe. Has she gone and talked to Nick?
No.
She talked to Lisa? She's put all her eggs in one basket. Nathalie and Mike. We stay strong as Goliaths, right? Look at Mike. What did he go and do? Well, he went and talked to Nick, right?
Yeah.
They have an alliance. He's now okay with getting rid of a Goliath in Nathalie, right? And the other thing is, when Merge come, I reckon the other Goliath people, except for John, right, are going to come up to Mike at Merge and go, were you the vote that got rid of Nathalie? Yes. Yay! Thank you, mate. Thank you so much.
We don't have to deal with her again.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you for saving us.
Yeah.
We don't have to... He's completely safe.
Oh, yeah.
Getting rid
that's
of
the
her.
thing. And Nathalie vote is so just a standard thing you should have done. Because
Exactly.
Because I can't be on this tribe any longer. Like, she's killing my enjoyment of this game.
Right. So, and I think Angelina was purely playing for the numbers and put herself in a bad position. She didn't talk to the other guys in the tribe or try to cross the line.
With this playing for the numbers thing, though, I guess a bad player doesn't understand... I've got a hair thing floating around here.
Well, what I mean is, like, Angelina could quite... You know when Mike came to her and said, well, I want to get rid of Nathalie, right?
Yeah.
She should have twigged, right, enough to sit there and go, instead of just going, no, I think it's just, we need to keep the numbers, right? She said to the Mike, well, what's going on?
Well, it's pretty obvious.
No, but what I mean is, at that stage, like you said, it's pretty obvious, right? At that stage, she should have said, am I going to fight for this dead rock? Am I going to drag this weight with me and try to do the numbers thing? Or I'm just going to go with the 4. Make it a 4 instead of a 3-2.
But it's interesting when we talk about Mike. Mike said something. He's like, "I want this to happen, but I don't want it at the expense of what my other relationships with people will happen." And he wanted to make her Angelina on his side, and she kind of wasn't.
No,
but it was, and he was. I think there was a legitimate how.
I think what he's done.
I want to manipulate her to be on my side.
I think Mike wanted to bring her over so that it was 4 versus 1.
Yeah.
Because I think he understood that once he voted with Nick and Lursa, right? Yeah. It was going to be then after Nathalie's gone 3 versus 1. And he doesn't want to particularly lose Angelina.
And he also doesn't want a mix-up to happen where Angelina can go back to the numbers and say, well, Mike flipped on us.
That's right. But I think he's safe there because I think, and this is why I think he did vote Nathalie off. 1, he wanted to get rid of her.
Yeah.
But number 2, he realised he's safe because when the merge comes, he can go to any Goliath and go, I had to get rid of Nathalie, and you know why.
But
And everybody would go,
at the same token, he almost doesn't need to, because he can also go, all right, well, they don't want me, but I'm with Nick. Nick's with Christian.
Exactly. No,
Christian's with the
exactly.
The
He can.
Brochachos.
He's still got the Rockstar. It's not like he's out in the cold.
Yeah, the Rockstars will join the Brochachos.
Exactly. Or maybe we don't know. But,
Yeah,
you know.
but it's like and this is the thing that I think Angelina had and Nathalie had completely wrong. This whole numbers game, the numbers are nothing unless you've got social connections with people.
Well,
the more connections you have, that's numbers.
You notice that Nathalie, rather than pushing, I'm a good person in this tribe, I've got friendships, I've got relationships, I've got trust, right? Notice that the only thing she could say in that tribal was, well, we all agreed as Goliaths that we would be Goliath strong. That's not playing the game.
That's not at all.
Not at all.
Because you know what? The more connections you have with every single person on the island means the more information you are given, meaning you can now put yourself in the position that suits you. When you sit there and go, well, we're just going to be Goliath strong, we're just going to be David strong, you've kind of taken away any option of knowing what's happening on the tribe.
Well, you're effectively taking 50% of the people out.
Yeah, the more people you can be talking to and understanding and having, just building some form of bond. Obviously, it's going to be very hard to build trust because the game is a game of deception. But at least talking to people and go, yeah, I'd like to work with you. What have we got? What plans? And then if you're hearing things, you're like, you know what? This is a good time to get rid of a John.
Exactly
who's a big physical threat, who might be a Goliath. But right now, I know these people aren't happy. I know these people want to get rid of him. Maybe we can come together and we can float and we can play the game rather than just sit there and think,
it's Goliath.
Goliath strong to the end.
That's not a strategy.
Goliath strong to the merge.
Slogan.
And then once you get there, then what do you do?
Then what you do?
The people who have pushed Goliath strong, like we've seen with a Culpepper or a
Navidi last
season with Navidi, and what were their two names again? Why do I forget?
Wendell and Dom.
Wendell and Dom. By the time that's happened and they've successfully implemented this tribal strong theme, they already have other connections that you were unaware of.
Exactly.
Connect with everybody, and it's such a stupid thing. It's such a stupid thing to be 37 seasons in and not wanting to build connections with every single person.
And that's why I'm surprised at Angelina. I thought after she pulled off the Jeremy vote, she would have been one of the smart people who would have got to a new tribe and went to Nick and Lursa and tried to build a relationship. Instead, it was just she was gone, no, Goliaths. You know, it's really safe to do that, but it's
safe for only a short amount of time.
Exactly, it's only safe till merge.
Yeah.
And then this is the other interesting thing here. There's now 7 Davids and 7 Goliaths. They added them up on the in the tribal, right? And that's really good for the game, I think.
It's healthy for the game.
Healthy, right? I'm happy that maybe we're going to have a merge and it's going to be roughly even. You know, and hopefully cross the lines. But anyway, what else was
it? We might be getting, which is rare to get in this, or do we know we already got it? No, we didn't get it.
Yeah.
Because we had a medical evac.
Yeah.
No, sorry, not a medical evac.
Yeah,
we had a quitter.
Oh no, well, she had medical issue.
Yeah, but she wasn't evacuated. She pulled out of the game.
Yeah, no,
she pulled out of the game. But we still went to tribal that night and removed a person.
Did we?
Yeah, because that was that tribe. That was last week. She quit.
She
quit
that's
last
right.
week.
Yeah, that's right. We did. Yeah, exactly.
So we're going to have an episode potentially where there is no. We're going to have an Australian.
They've already had
twist.
an exile. But they still
they had exile, but that exile wasn't in the sense of like.
See, the problem I've got at the moment is like I think there's 14 players left.
Yeah.
Right. Because there's 5, 4, 4. Right.
Yeah,
so that's 13 or 14 players left. So we're actually only 13. Is it? We're one episode away from the traditional merge, 1 or 2, depending on whether it's 13 or 14. I think it's 13 players we have left.
Well, yeah, I think
normally they merge at around 12, 10. No, 10, don't they?
10. I think it's 10.
Yeah, okay.
With a jury of 9.
Okay.
No, maybe it is 12.
Yeah, I think the traditional merge is 12. We're only one person away from the traditional merge. But I'm wondering if because of the medicals, 2 people leaving the game, whether they'll let it run a little longer.
Well, I don't know. The medical evac was normal because they didn't go to tribal. It's the one. It was the one that she pulled herself out, and they also went to tribal and had a person removed from the game. 2 people went that day. So maybe there is an episode coming up where there won't be a vote out. Maybe there's some sort of weird twist.
Weird twist, like maybe
that they've thrown in, you vote into the other tribe, or you send someone to another tribe,
or something, or maybe exile again,
or the winner of this challenge gets to steal a tribe member, a jury,
or something
or they get to witness your jury.
Yeah,
they get to witness your tribal, and when you vote the person out, that person comes across. One of those sort of things potentially. Anyway, aside from that, it was a pretty dull episode.
Well, I think I think 8 minutes was chopped out of the beginning because of the hurricane.
Yeah, the hurricane.
Right? And then, I think it was a kind of very compact, simply because there was the hurricane, and then there was the Nathalie vote, and it was as much as and this is the other thing. I think as much as they tried to cut it to make it look like it was maybe Nathalie or maybe Lursa, right?
Yeah.
I think it was always pretty solidly Nathalie.
Yeah, well, I can't remember someone so consistently annoying to a tribe.
And so consistently, where everybody, once they're not near her, is like, we got to get rid of her.
I mean, we've got your Abby Marie, who's the ultimate firecracker.
Yeah.
But when she wasn't exploding, she wasn't overly... Yes, she was annoying, but she wasn't like, everyone was like, I can't be around
Not
this
every
woman.
moment of every day.
Yeah, I mean, whereas every moment of every day, no one wants to be near
In Game Changers, Andy Savage, I think, went down to the beach, or was it called... whoever it was, went down to the beach and talked to her after she had one of her episodes.
Yeah.
Right? And actually got her on side, so it wasn't like she was super.
Yeah, she was feisty.
Yeah,
and definitely.
But you could deal with her, and you could talk to her.
Yeah, you could talk. Yeah, you could kind of make her cool her head down. But they've tried to talk to her multiple times, and Nathalie just hasn't got it.
Nathalie is just like, I'm fine. It's all the rest of you that need to look at your game. You know?
Yeah, I'm playing the winning strategy.
Yeah, that's right. I'm a major player.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, okay, play that.
So I'm glad she's gone.
Yeah, so am I. Look, I'm really happy I don't have to see her on this program anymore.
She was draining.
Yeah, she was. It's painful to watch.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, I think that's it.
It's pretty much it. Pretty short. Yep. Nothing much strategy-wise because of that. Because it was Nathalie.
That's right. Want to have a stab at who's going to trouble next week?
I'd love to see Dan.
Okay, just Purple Tribe, Jabini. Purple Tribe,
maybe.
Jabini. Yeah.
I don't know the tribe name.
Oh no, not Purple. Sorry.
No, actually, that's Green Tribe, isn't it? No, I don't want them to go to trouble at all because of Gabby.
I don't mind.
I like Gabby. And I like Christian and
actually,
Gabby.
Look, if they went to tribal, that means each tribe would have been to tribal once. And they would have lost one person. So come merge, that'll be pretty even. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, no, I just don't want to. I like the Gabby and Christian thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna say they're going, and then Gabby goes home.
I just like to see. I'd like to see the idols played well.
Oh yes,
but maybe I would, and I don't want. But I don't
think he's in any danger.
He's not in any danger. Yeah, he's not in any danger.
Until merge, he doesn't.
It would be Gabby. If Green, that's the thing. It's like if Green goes, it's Gabby. There's nothing Gabby can do.
I think the good thing about Christian
unless she does work the other chick.
That's right. Look, I think is what Christian will try to do. I think Christian on Gabby's behalf will try to make sure it's Alison.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the crunch, he'll vote with the other guys.
Could Christian sit there and go, okay, merge is coming along? Because now Christian isn't a physical threat.
No, not at all.
So physical threats, knocking them out doesn't make him any bigger of a threat.
No,
theoretically.
But Evie's got 2 shields.
Yes, that's true.
Dan and John are great. Because I was going to
say, is it worth him going, okay, what if we start to remove the physical threats?
Well, he doesn't need to because they're on his side.
Then is there any reason to need to remove a physical threat?
Yeah, there is. But that's what I was going to say. He doesn't need to remove them at merge. He knows that everybody else will be trying to get him anyway, right? He just has to pick his time when, right? As long as he gets rid of them by 6.
Yeah. 6
is when I would want them gone.
Why?
Because sub 6, you've only got a limited set of. You don't want both of them there for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't want them to win immunities consistently because it dictates the vote.
If you don't want somebody to win 4 immunities at a vote, sub 6, because that pretty much hands them the game. Or it hands them the big
you say that because Aussie has never been able to win.
That's not. Sorry, I was going to say. But if you look at somebody like, if Brian had pulled it off in the Australian season, he would have had a huge say in the end if you had won that last
Unless you, knowing full well that they're a great, you aligned with them purely to take the heat off you, and your strategy was never to actually vote them out. You wanted them to win because your strategy never included voting them out.
I actually don't. Remember Culpepper and Troyzen, right?
Mhm.
Both big physical threats, right? I actually don't see anything wrong with taking a physical threat all the way.
Yeah.
If they're on your side.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Christian could work it. So, you know, maybe John or Dan comes with him all the way, in which
Yeah.
case he'll never get the heat.
Yeah.
They'll always be, but look at Dan.
Yeah.
You've got to get rid of Dan. And people will be saying to, so he'll know what's going on.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's all I got.
Yeah. I don't want to see I don't want to see a simple tribal to get rid of Gabby.
I don't think it will be
because
simple.
I hope so, because this one
No,
was
no.
simple, and this is kind of like it gives you nothing to really talk about or discuss because it was.
Christian will be working. Christian really wants Gabby to play, and I think when it comes to if they go to the council, tribal, he will work really hard to get
try
Dan
and
and
get
John
Alison.
to get Alison out. He will work,
Yeah.
but I think at the end of the day, he's gonna. Christian seems fairly level-headed, right?
Yeah.
He'll look at the Brochachos and go, "That's a really good alliance I've got going there. If I really need to get, if I really have to get rid of Abby to keep it going, I will.
Yeah.
I think that he won't want to,
But he will.
he will.
Yeah, that's about it. Like I think
Yeah.
Gabby as well. Like I don't
Yeah.
want to see it. I'd really like to see. I don't know. I don't actually have a clue.
I'm just having a stab. Anyway, all right.
We're always just
Yeah,
having a
yeah.
stab. Okay. I'm Robin.
I'm Jake.
With Inwits. We'll see you next week.
Bye.